This painting is entitled The Transmittance of Pity, Falsely Perceived as Love Through a One-Way Mirror. It explores a complex emotion. It explores love and pity, and how the subject, the person being loved or pitied, can't know which that is, whereas the person sending the love or pity does. So it's about sort of emotional ambiguity. It's quite a complex subject. The one-way mirror, which is represented here by this ribbon of white gold leaf, reflects the fact that the subject that can't get any more information from the person sending the emotion. They only see themselves. Hence the fact it's a one-way mirror, whereas the person transmitting the emotion can see through it, can see clearly. They know everything. So the emotions sort of hang in something like a state of quantum uncertainty. One person not knowing the truth, the other person knowing the truth, and yet the universe perceiving both simultaneously. It doesn't care. The universe doesn't care about human emotions. It merely is. So it tries to convey a very complex emotion. Obviously, there's lots of imagery in it. We've got the moon and a figure on the moon. It conveys loneliness, really, which helps sum up some of the feelings. I guess this curl is a bit like a sound wave, and there's lots of sounds and liquids and everything emotional. The way I paint my paintings, although I have an idea in mind, I'm creating primarily to create an emotional effect, and sometimes the intellectual truth of this becomes secondary. The emotional effect is the most important, how it makes you feel when you look at it, but I can help guide to my thoughts behind it and feelings behind it. There are lots of hidden things in here, actually. You may notice that here, this is actually my profile. Can you see? Which appears here as well. This figure on the moon I created from clay. I created a sculpture first as the model for it. The painting itself is on a 6mm MDF panel, which is a superlative surface for oil painting. It's incredibly stable long term. It's probably the most stable wood surface you can paint on in terms of longevity, and also it grants an incredibly smooth and perfect surface. The detail in this painting is huge. This white gold leaf was applied before the paint to get so that it could be painted around the edge. If it was applied after the paint, it would have stuck to the paint. There's no way to apply gold leaf and make it perfect. In fact, the traditional way of applying gold leaf in icons, for example, is to use the gold as a base and then paint over the top. And as normal with my technique, it's painted in several smooth layers, typically 2 layers. One of opaque and very stable paints. Well, I only paint with extremely stable paints anyway. I don't use any organic colours or anything. It was entirely painted with opaque earth colours first, and then glazed in an incredibly transparent layer, which gives them the best of all worlds, really, in terms of detail and quality. So there it is.